The first time I saw it happen, I actually had to turn around and look a second time. A little kitten slowly climbed onto Sig's bucket. Before I could even figure out what he was trying to do, another cat showed up, then another one. Within seconds, the cats started coming over one by one, climbing all over this enormous horse, stretching out across his back, and even making biscuits with their front paws as if Sig were just a giant sunbathing bed. And Sig, he simply stood there, completely calm, enjoying all the attention. But what touched me most was this. Before he became the horse that every cat loved, Sig had once been a horse the other horses didn't really accept. I've had horses for many years, so I know that every horse has its own personality. Some are strong, dominant, and always want to be at the center of the herd, but Sig is completely different. He's gentle, calm, and almost always incredibly easygoing. I found Sig in a pretty unexpected way. Like a lot of horse people, I spend time scrolling through Facebook looking at horses for sale. One day, an ad for Sig popped up on my screen. Honestly, I wasn't really looking for another horse at the time, but there was something about Sig that I just couldn't stop thinking about.
You happy to have your blanket off?
What caught my attention even more was his price. He was listed for only about $1,000. And if you've spent any time around horses, you know that when a horse is priced unusually low, there's usually a reason for it.
Take me out. I hate it here. I want to go adventuring. I want to go riding.
But when I saw Sig, I still felt like I needed to learn more about him. Maybe it was his eyes. Maybe it was the calm look on his face. Or maybe it was just one of those feelings you can't really explain. Eventually, I decided to bring Sig home.
Boy. Norman. Really, Norman?
It didn't take long for me to realize that Sig really was different. The other horses tended to have stronger personalities and could be much more dominant. Sig, on the other hand, never seemed interested in fighting for a position or proving anything to anyone. He was perfectly content just living life in his own quiet way.
We're gonna go work, bud. We gotta get you back in shape. Yeah?
Maybe because of that, Sig never really fit in with the other horses. He didn't have a best friend in the herd. Instead of running and playing with the other horses, Sig often had to find his own ways to keep himself entertained. Then we started noticing something very strange. The cats around the farm seemed to be especially drawn to Sig. At first I thought it was just curiosity. A horse that big would naturally make a cat want to come closer and investigate. But then, the visits started happening more and more often. One cat would follow me outside, then it would climb onto Sig and lie down. A little while later, another cat would show up, then another. They would lie beside Sig, climb all over him, soak up the sunshine, and even make biscuits with their front paws as if they were relaxing on their favorite blanket.
Hi, bud.
Of course I was worried at first. Sig is so much bigger than a cat. One sudden movement could easily hurt one of them, but Sig never gave me a reason to be concerned. He was always incredibly gentle and careful whenever the cats were around him. It almost seemed like Sig understood that these tiny animals trusted him. He could stand there for hours while the cats rested on him. Sometimes Sig would simply enjoy the sunshine while an entire group of cats gathered around him.
Hi, boys.
But over the past year, Snoopy has become the cat who is especially close to Sig. There is hardly a day when the two of them don't spend some time together.
You two are something else.
Snoopy will often go looking for Sig. He walks over, climbs onto his enormous friend, and settles down as if it's the most natural thing in the world. Some people have even said they look like siblings, or like two brothers from different mothers. What I love most about their friendship is that Sig seems to have found a family in a way none of us ever expected. The other horses never really made him feel like he belonged. But then a group of little cats chose him as their friend. I used to think a horse needed other horses in order to feel like he belonged somewhere. But Sig taught me that sometimes friendship can come from the place you least expect. One enormous horse, a group of tiny cats, and a relationship that doesn't follow any rules. Maybe Sig doesn't need a herd of horses to keep him from feeling alone. Because somewhere around the farm, there are always little cats ready to come running, climb onto him, lie in the sunshine beside him, and remind Sig that he has a family.
Snoopy, what you doing?